Hey, it's me, WWE Hall of Famer from the LOD, Road Warrior Animal. And you.
Yeah, I gotta do this when? Now? I'm watching a match. What is now? Now is, oh, now. Yeah, thanks. Hey, this is the Pharaoh from Monty and the Pharaoh. I just want to say thank you to our subscribers as we now have hit the 10,000 plateau. Thank you to all our subscribers out there. But I'm going to ask our subscribers to take the next step for us and become a full-fledged YouTube Monty and the Pharaoh member. Yes, that's right, folks. You can check it out. We've got 3 different levels. There's free shirts. There's free autographs. There's all sorts of perks for our members. There is nothing more we enjoy than giving you this program. And to do that, we need your support, and we appreciate your support. This is Jimmy Pharaoh, and don't forget to check out Monty and the Pharaoh every Thursday from Indie Music TV and on Cablevision here locally in New York. Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monty and the Pharaoh. Later. Is that good enough for you? Can I finish this? Lesnar's killing him. I'm pissed.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, only seen here out of Indie Music TV. You are watching Monty and the Pharaoh, straight out of Ronkonkoma, Long Island. At the board is now the new, no longer infamous, but now famous, Matty Ice. Matty, how are you, pal?
Heyo. Doing amazing, as always.
I want to apologize, everybody. A little late start. Purely Mike Monty's fault, not the Pharaoh, not Sam Fatu or the Tonga Kid, or no one else's fault but Mike Monty. Mike Monty was doing some stuff that he shouldn't have been doing. To the right is the star of the show, Mr. Jimmy Pharaoh. Jimmy, how are you, pal?
I'm here, so far so good. What's going on, man?
It's been what
did you do wrong? I'm so confused.
I just delayed us.
You think it's the good fucking wine that might have had something to do with the late start?
I don't know, for the fans out there, it seems like we got a little bit of buffering problem out there. Hang in there with us. It should correct itself. So far the sound is good, so that's good. So hang in there. Yeah. Jimmy, great show Saturday. Yeah. Chief Jules Strongbro, thoughts on that whole deal, pal?
Awesome. What a nice man, and what a great interview. Very cool guy. Very cool guy. Very even. We get all different types in here, as you know. There's been close to 100 guests on this show since we got this ball rolling not that long ago.
Right.
So I found him to be very even-tempered. Some guys are more intense. Some guys they don't even have a pulse. Hello, are you there? It depends on the person, but I really dug Jules Strongbow. I thought he was a good dude.
What was good for me, man, was that it brought back all the old memories, right? All things that I remembered from the past.
He's from junior high time.
And what a pleasant gentleman.
Yeah.
Right?
Very cool guy, man. Very cool.
Speaking of something not pleasant, last night I was doing some work, and I put on Netflix, and I watched this documentary called The American Murder. The Family Next Door.
Oh, that sounds cheery. What was that about? The American Murder, The Family Next Door. This
so
is what you watch?
It's basically about this girl that disappears, and her kids disappear, and they obviously look at the husband, and the husband's denying it.
Right.
And, it goes on and on and on, and then finally he admits that he has an affair with another girl, and he decides he's just going to kill his family. And he puts them in an oil tanker to hide them.
In an oil tanker?
So
where was the oil tanker?
He worked in some sort of oil field where there were empty tanks.
He really
an affair.
Yeah.
Why do you have to kill your wife and kids, dude? It's like, just leave your wife.
Did he play a dislikable asshole?
No, he seemed like a very nice guy,
Don't you love when they do that? What the hell? You should be hating this guy. Meanwhile, you're like, I don't know, he's really not so bad. What the fuck?
Well, I gotta tell you,
I don't get it.
With all due respect, his wife was a bitch.
No, I'm really confused. Should we be rooting for him or being like, he threw the whole family in an oil tanker? And you make fun of me when I say I like Charles Manson.
I shouldn't make.
This is just
I
wrong.
shouldn't make fun of it.
Well,
But
I don't
the fact
like
that,
Charles Manson.
The fact
I'm
of the matter,
fascinated by
this is
him.
what I don't
Anyway,
understand.
go on.
You meet another woman. You want to be with this other woman.
God,
Why is it necessary to kill your wife and kids? It's like, just leave.
If you're asking for sanity in an insane world, honey, I screwed the neighbor. Oh, okay, that's cool. Move on. It doesn't happen that way.
It
You
doesn't.
get the shit knocked out of you, then you go to court, then you got nothing left. You just throw them in an oil
good
tanker.
point. That's a good
You might
point.
as well just throw them in an oil. Wait a minute, now I'm rooting for the guy.
I think I'm.
Wait a minute.
I think-
when is
I
this
think
on? Can I watch this at any time? I'm gonna go
Netflix.
home and watch this.
I'm gonna ask Tonga Kid what he would do once we get to him.
God.
Dick
He's
Van
not
Dyke
gonna
is
the whole
95. Shows off his body. Workout.
Wait a minute. Shows off his
He's
body?
looking forward to making it to 100. Guy looks great.
Wait a second. I've heard this term about guys, unfortunately, that are our age, about dad bod. Dick Van Dyke, what kind of bod is that at 95? Dead bod? No, I'm serious. What is it? What did he look like? Was he going like this?
Look better than
what
you
does
and
he
me.
look like? I gotta see the picture. This is messed up. You know what though? He was always in shape. Did you see that fall he took at the beginning of the credits back in 1961? A luchador, Dick Van Dyke. I bet you he could have. Talented guy.
So let me ask you a question.
Hey, Dick Van
Did you
Dyke.
like the Mary Tyler Moore and the Dick Van Dyke Show, or the Mary Tyler Moore for the Mary Tyler Moore Show?
I love both shows. I'm a big fan of both. I'm a sap.
Which
love
Mary
it.
Tyler Moore did you find more sexually attractive?
Oh, the Mary Tyler Moore and Dick Van Dyke. What are you talking about? Holy moly, she was like 20-something back then.
And she was in black.
Boing.
And she was in black and white.
She was in black and white. Yeah, she was beautiful though in black and white.
Anyway.
She looked good either way.
I would like to
Mary.
thank the band that sings the theme song for Monty and the Pharaoh, and Jimmy Farrow, along with his partner Bart Griggs, make up the band Wisteria Hall. Wisteria Hall sings such great songs as Riding High, our theme song, In My Dreams, This Life, Not Far Behind, Here Comes the Rain. You can find their music on the Wisteria Hall YouTube page. Please, guys, go to that YouTube page, hit like, subscribe, join the Wisteria Hall page. Also catch their music on Spotify, iTunes, and Reverb Nation. In fact, it's Apple Music. I apologize. iTunes does not.
Has it been absorbed?
I don't know. Whatever.
It's been absorbed.
If you didn't know it, you're watching Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monty and the Pharaoh, only seen here out of Indie Radio, Spotify, Anchor, and the Monty and the Pharaoh Twitch TV page. And if you're from New York, you can catch us on the channel 115 every Tuesday from 7 to 7:30, and for early risers, channel 115, 6 a.m. to 6:30, where you will see the Tonga Kid in the condensed cable version
You're on a
of
roll
this
lately.
show.
You're-
I am.
You're
Thank you.
nailing the terminology lately.
And for
Good
the
job.
late nighters like our own Jimmy Farrow on Channel 20 at 2 a.m. to 2:30, I think
2 a.m. to 2:30. What's up, guys? Yeah, Pharaoh time.
That's it, baby.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
we'll be right back after this commercial break. We're very excited to have former WWE superstar, the Tonga Kid, Sam Fatu, in studio. I got to tell you, on a personal basis,
Yeah.
Hi, it's Josh from Under the Table Hot Sauce. I'm here with my friend, the star of the show, Jimmy Farrow.
Yeah. What's up, JB?
Nah, nothing.
It's been a hot summer, and for all your barbecue needs, you can go to underthetablehotsauce.com. 13 unique flavors to choose from, created and bottled in a Long Island kitchen. Underthetablehotsauce.com. Let's go chow, JB.
Let's do it.
All the flavor, twice the burn. M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Sport and non-sport cards, wrestling items, autographed items. We buy, sell, and trade. M&J Video Games and Collectibles, located at 1049 Queen Street, Southington, Connecticut. Call us at 1-860-479-9223 or 860-93-GAMES. M&J Video Games and Collectibles.
all right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monty the Pharaoh, only seen here out of Indie Music TV. We are produced out of Ronkonkoma, Long Island, and it is our honor, our privilege, to have former WWE superstar, again, I'm going to call him the Tonga Kid because that's what I'm going to call him.
There you go.
And if he doesn't like it, he's going to tell me, and hopefully he doesn't beat my ass. Thank you, Tonga Kid, for joining us, brother. Yes, my man. What's going on?
Doing great, doing great. Thank you so much for having me here, man. Appreciate it, man. Much love, much
He
love.
likes the Tonga Kid. There you go. You
All right,
passed.
then I'm good.
Thank God.
So how's it going? How you holding up with the whole COVID thing, the change of presidents, everything that's going on, my friend? What is going on? By the way, what are you drinking there? You drinking a little good fucker wine?
Man,
right?
there's some good fucking wine right here. I'm gonna do a lot of fucking tonight after this.
Nick Matthew better tape up his ass.
Keep it real. That's why we call it Keep It
Entrance?
Real on my social media. Just keep it real, simple and real.
Keep it real.
I thought that sign at the front
So-
of the building, entrance and rear.
With all due respect, sir, how are you holding up with everything that's going on in today's world?
You know what? First of all, man, I want to say thank you guys for having me on the greatest show that I can imagine since I've been back to New York. Coming back here to New York and to come right into your show is an honor for me. Thank you so much for having me. With the COVID and all everything happening in the world, change of president and all this other bullshit that's happening in our country right now, I'd look at it this way. I try to just keep my mind focused and stay healthy. At the same time, you know, we never let our guards down, right? You basically just gotta ride the wave out. You know, you take it one day at a time, one step at a time. It gave me a lot of time. What I do know, it gave me a lot of time to do some catch up. Catch up what I made with my family, my kids. You know, because if it wasn't for the COVID, there was good to come out of the COVID. I've lost a lot of loved ones. I lost my dad. It was very, very hard. After losing my brother, Manga, I mean, not in the COVID, but, you know, just dominoes just dropping. And at the same time, you're trying to deal with life, period, and try to get over this hump. Well, we had a war in our country and didn't even know we had a war. You know, so we're like magnums. We're getting sprayed with something we don't even know what the hell they're fucking shooting at us. People say it's good, some say it's bad, but it is what it is. And I just try to adapt with the COVID, and not only that, with life in general, and especially with me, with my health at my age now. I spend a lot of my time and my energy, and now I gave it all to my kids. Journey Fatu, Jacob Fatu, Josiah Fatu, and Miracle and Marty. It's hard for me to come out like this because I love my kids, I love my family a lot, I love my wife a lot. So now I put my energy in now at my age at 52, I put it into my grandkids. Like I said earlier, there's good that came out of COVID and there's bad that came out of COVID, good and bad. The good part is I get to spend a lot of time with my grandkids and a lot of time with my family. The bad part about it is we had to bury a lot of loved ones. So with that said, you know, I'm sorry that these type of issues can be very sensitive to me sometimes, emotional, but all this is straight from the heart. This is not a work. This is not a gimmick. Okay, so I love you guys for that, and you know,
I
again,
appreciate
you
that,
know,
sir.
I'm human like everyone else. There is no star in my soul or my heart, anyways. I'm just a regular man, regular human being, trying to just get over that hump and right place at the right time. You know, that's what I think. The president, I'm not gonna lie, politics. You can't mix politics with dreams. Martin Luther King said, I'm not knocking him. Let's get it straight. I'm not knocking Martin Luther King. I'm just saying, yeah, I have a dream. We all have dreams. It's about visions. Do we have a vision? What's the vision for the country, for our kids, us, right here, me and you? What's our vision? I don't know what I'm going to get back in my tax return. I have no clue. You know, only the White House will know that. Only politics people, you know, they have meetings of their own behind closed doors. It's almost like if I'm going to do a job, hey, we need to talk to you, you know. So everything's behind closed door. But Again, yes, that's just my feeling about the COVID or the country or whatever's happening. There's just so much going on. I can go on and on and on, but goddamn, this motherfucking wine is good as shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Damn
It ain't the
it's
wine talking. Let me clear it. It ain't the wine that's talking. Is me, Sam Fatu.
Sam, you showed beautiful emotion towards your family and what you just spoke of. And I got to tell you, of all the wrestlers we've had in here, no one should probably be more proud of their family line than you. Your family line has given so much back to this business.
Thank you.
Knowing that you're the nephew of the great, great Offer and Seeker, the Wild Samoans, was it just a foregone conclusion that you were going to become a pro wrestler, or how does it start for you coming in, having this family? What was it like becoming a wrestler? What made you decide, I'm going to go for it?
Well, it all started when my mom contacted Appa and Sika, and my mom, of course, so everyone will understand, is my mom's brothers. And that's where I come in at as a young kid from San Francisco, just running the street, just doing some bullshit, doing shit I'm not supposed to do.
Sure.
Period.
Sure.
So what she does, she calls her brothers and say, hey, my son is whatever, whatever. And then I ended up with Appa and Sika in Pensacola, Florida. And man, these guys were scary. Scary looking for me. I mean, I was rattled. It's basically like I had fear. I was completely scared and fear. You don't mix. That's two different things right there.
Did they give you any preferential treatment being in the family, or did
no,
you get
actually, you
extra
know
hard
what?
treatment for being in the
They put me to the motherfucking test. They basically just beat your ass up and say, this is it. You're not fucking with my sister like that. You know what I mean? It's just, they had to put me in line. They had to put me in check. Somebody had to. They didn't send me to juvenile. They didn't send me to boot camp. I already been there, did it, done it. They sent me somewhere else where, okay, I'm going to say to my brothers, we're going to straighten you out. And again, keep in mind, I had no clue about wrestling. That wasn't even in the back of my head. I was just going there, which is, I didn't know. I didn't know what I was walking into. But I just happened to be there with Appa and Sika, and they're wrestlers. That's what they do. That's how they feed their family. My job is to be there and listen to my uncles and hope for the best with me, trying to straighten out a 14-year-old, 15-year-old kid. You know what I mean? Born in 1960. I didn't know what's going on. I carried their bags. We go town to town, and then we just ended up here in New York a year later in 79, 80s, and then, boom, magic. This is where all the magic happened for the Tonga kid.
When they were first breaking you in, was the lesson learned on the first slam, or did it take you a couple of weeks? Did you wonder, what am I doing? Did you want to quit? How hard was it for you as they were spelling it out to you?
Yeah,
Listen, kid.
it was hard. It really was. It was hard, but at that time, I don't have a choice. I don't have. That's why they sent me to them. They trusted in them to believe to change their son or whatever, and it worked. It worked, sometimes.
What a blessing, too.
Oh, it was.
We're sending you to the Samoans.
Yes, and then end up in New York. And then up in New York, out of all places. I'm just carrying their bags, listening to nephew.
Sure.
Nephew, do this, wash the car, whatever. I washed their trunk. I've been on the road with them. I met a lot of legends, but never thought that New York City, where I, the Tonga kid, would land, San Fatu, with my uncle and get the big break, where all the magic happens, right here in New York. It's basically where it became a star.
And we're gonna talk about that magic. But first, earlier you were talking about your family. You have a great family, right? And with every family, there's triumph and tragedy, right? Life and death. But Umaga, Eddie Fatu, your brother,
Yes.
incredible talent.
Oh, man.
Can you talk to us and just tell us about your brother and what kind of person this man was? Because as a wrestling fan, what a talent, but I could imagine with someone being that talented, what a great human being he probably was.
Yes. Again, these are very sensitive, that come out. But again, I'll just keep it real. My brother was a good person. I'm not just telling you or the world because he's my brother. You have to know him to say these things, and I know him. He was a good person, a good human being, a good dad, a good uncle, a good brother. He was a giving man. And what I did when I was Tonga kid, I shared my blessings, and my brother Edward Fatu. My mom calls him Edward Fatu. I was wondering, like, who you calling Edward Fatu? I didn't know that was his real name. That's your brother's real name. I thought it was Eki, but he said, no, it's Edward Fatu. It's on the birth certificate. But my brother, he went so quick, so fast, and to this day it's hard. We're still trying to deal with it, and I know it's been a while. But anytime you lose a loved one, it's those are hard to bounce back from. We got to learn I try to really learn how to dust myself up. Even with Yoko, I always think, what would be if they were still alive and here with us, or with me? What would it be like? A celebration. There's always laughing and joy all the time with us. So we miss half of that. We miss half of the Samoans, our family. They're all falling. Everyone's falling like dominoes right now. And a lot has to do with the choices they make, the stuff they eat, the things they do in life. You're putting in your body. It's all up to you, whether you want to move forward in life or not. But my brother had some issues he was dealing with, and it can, again, like I said, it can be family issue, it can be work issue, it could be maybe he didn't go, Vince sent him, I guess, to some rehab or whatever the case may be. But again, you can't stick, I can lead the horse to the water, but I can't make you drink it, But yeah, I mean, he's a good person. He really was. Well, again, I'm not saying that because he's my brother. Please don't. I'm not trying to be a hero or saying, oh, you only say it because his brother. No, I'm telling you, he is a good person, a good human being, a good dad, a good brother. He was just a giving person, and he was humble. He just happened, the spotlight they gave him, he earned that. He's a good fucking wrestler, man. A good worker, a savage, a beast, a bulldozer. You call it all. You combine all them wrestlers in one. That's my brother Humaga right there.
Sam, I would hope that it would be comforting at least to you, because I'm sure you recognize this. Since this passing, his legend amongst wrestling fans has grown to almost mythological proportions. People want him in the Hall of Fame yesterday. That must make you feel good, at least, I would assume.
Yes. At least they recognize him. At least they thought about him. You know what I mean?
It was great.
Sam, I'm going to tell you a true story. Great. I have a daughter. She's 30 now. If I was going to have a son, and my wife could back this up, my daughter could back this up, I was going to name my son Umaga. And
no
that is
way.
The truth.
What
that is the truth. If my wife was here, she would tell you. I was naming my son Umaga.
There's Umaga right here.
That's it, baby, Umaga. So, Sam, you had some children, and from what I've read, your wife had a heart attack during childbirth and recovered, God bless. Yes. Can you tell us that story of what happened and how you felt during this whole thing?
Which is also medically unheard of, from what I understand.
Well, thank God.
What happened in that situation?
Thank God and God bless.
Yeah, man, that was 12 years ago. This motherfucking wine, I need a zip for that, man. 'Cause that's a totally.
You want a little more?
That's really yes.
At commercial break, I'm bringing it over.
All right.
Refill.
All right.
Right here, baby.
Yes, got you. I thought, of course it was flu season that time, so what are you supposed to think? So I ended up taking her to the emergency that night. It was about late, like 2 in the morning, maybe 1. And I go park the car, like I always do. And she goes in, and then I come in, and they said, something's wrong with your wife. I said, oh, what's going on? She said, oh, she's pregnant. That's what they told me. I thought she had the flu. They go, oh, no, she's pregnant. I said, okay. That's the first visit. The second visit, we go, now I know she's pregnant now. We know. This is a shock because she wasn't supposed to be pregnant. She's not supposed to have any kids, period. I was 45 years old. She's not supposed to have any kids. Well, second loop around, now we know she's pregnant. She knows she's pregnant. Boom. Never didn't know we were going to have twins. Never at all. We thought it was one baby. That was it. Anyway, so the next visit, now we go for her checkup. Pregnant ladies go to regular for checkup, not emergency appointments, right? So she walks in there, and then I drop her off. I park the car again, the second round. And then they turn around and next thing you know, we have all of these people on the 3rd floor. Keep in mind, it's just a regular appointment, you know, just a checkup, see how she was doing. So when she arrived, or when she arrived there, they took her straight up to the 3rd floor. I parked the car. When I arrived, I couldn't get up to the floor because there was too many commotion happening. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I don't. In my back of my mind, that ain't my wife.
Right.
That ain't my wife.
Right.
You know. But I know the floor
else.
she's on
Right.
because I said, "Oh, she's on the 3rd floor." You already text me. So okay. So anyway, I get up to the 3rd floor. I never forget the room number. It was A15. I'll never forget that room number because that's what caught the corner of my eye because they wouldn't let me in the door. Now I know it's my wife. Something's going on. So she ended up having, I guess, started with a blood clot or something like that, and it came up to the leg, stopped her from breathing. Now, when they stopped her from breathing, I looked through the curtain, and there's a gentleman, a lady on top of my wife pressing the chest to try to revive her. Keep in mind, she's pregnant now. You're jumping on her stomach, and, you know, and now you're trying to bring her back to life or trying to get air in her. So the lady couldn't press no more. So a guy jumps on her now. Now you got two. Now they need a little bit more pressure, a little bit more muscle. I'm trying to get to the room. They're trying to talk me from coming in, but I can see them doing this to my wife. And I'm trying to get to her. So the security, code blue was for her, code red was for me. To take me out and secure me because there's too much happening. There's people everywhere. I mean, you're talking 40 people in this one little room. They're all different. One's for the heart and the other one's for the leg. I mean, you got all these people trying to get to my wife. And then the last I remember is the doctor came out. You can almost see them bend their head down. And that feeling was the most darkest moment of my life. You can almost tell she's dead, you know. When you see the doctors come out, they don't have to tell you. You can feel it. You can look at the emotion, and sure enough, man, she was gone. Yeah, she was gone. They covered with the blanket. I could see through the rope. That's how I knew the door number because of the I can see through it all the way, but I remember that room number, and I remember them covering her with the white sheet. And the doctors were outside in the hallway talking, and they secured me in some lunchroom and sent a preacher up there to me, a preacher towards my way. Not to her, but to me. To calm me down. And then they sent some lady to check my blood pressure, some nurse, I don't know. And then I think maybe 4 minutes later, the gentleman runs out to the hallway, and the doctors are sitting there trying to figure out, like, what happened. Like, $4 or $5 don't even know what happened. They said something about a blood clot, and then I guess some other stuff, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. But then all I heard was this voice like, "We gotta pause. We gotta pause." Right. And then boom, it's like again, every fucking traffic again. People want fucking running all over it. We gotta pause. It's like fucking winning the lotto to them. Yeah. I don't know what that shit is. I can't get in because they locked me in the fucking lunchroom where they have lunch, these nurses and doctors. So they went back, boom, we got to pause. So, boom, they got the pause going. The other doctor comes in with you can hear them running down the fucking the hallway like spoons and forks. But this is not an emergency room. This is not a place where you cut someone and do surgery. This is an appointment. So they cut her, no anesthesia, nothing. They straight got the knife, just cut my wife. And they cut her like she's going to live. They could have cut her any way they wanted, just to yank the baby out. Your next thing the doctor had to do was to save my kids, the baby, the twins. They didn't have, whoever cut her wasn't trying to save just the twins. They cut her underneath where they wear the bikini, just like whatever you call that stuff, how they cut ladies for to bring the babies out. I don't know what they call that. But they cut it like she's C-section. Mm-hmm. But they could have cut her like this. They could have cut her and just get the fucking babies out. Right. Right now we need to focus on the babies. The wife's dead. Didn't work that way. When they cut, whoever cut that doctor, until this day I met her, she's the one that cut where they want to save all three parties. Mm-hmm. We can't go outside and tell that guy over there that lost all three of his family. I might as well just jump out the window too. I ain't got nothing else to live for. But I mean, besides my other kids are grown, you know. Right. But anyway, yeah, as soon as they said, we got the pause, boom. And then they came in with all these night, no anesthesia, no nothing. My wife, she's already gone. As soon as they cut her stomach, the way they explain it, don't talk doctor to me. I know what a stroke is. I know what a heart attack is. Just talk straight. Tell me what happened. What do we? So when they cut her, they almost say it's like popping a balloon. When you pop the balloon, the air came out. So when they cut her, boom, the babies come out. Now the blood, everything's flowing now. So it's almost like, okay, you know, whatever's happening is fucking happening. The babies are out. They got her breathing through. Everything is moving. We got 48 hours. Is she make it or she don't? Right now she's critical condition. Same time the babies, the same way my kids. They were 26 weeks. They didn't even have a heart. They had a heart, but it's not fully developed. So one doctor holds one of my son, Marley Patu. I got a girl, Miracle, and they're doing the heart. The same thing what they did to my wife when she was. So now you got one doctor having them like that, and they had the finger, and they're walking my kids down the twins, pressing to keep the heart pumping till they got them to wherever they need to get them. Because this is not even an emergency room. This has nothing to do with a drama.
It's a regular practice.
It's just a regular appointment room. You just go to fucking for a checkup.
Right.
And all this shit took place in that room. Never happened in California history at all. Till today, people still talk about that. Never happened. Usually they call code blue, they lose them. This code blue, they didn't lose my wife or my kids. You know, they code red. Well, of course for me, because I was already. I don't know what's happened. I'm freaking out. You know. But yeah, that's how all that happened. Now I got two healthy, beautiful twins, Miracle and Marley. You know, a set of twins, 12 years old right now. So again, I just give right place at the right time. The doctor, I guess, if I didn't take her in that day, or she would have, I would have lost her.
Very blessed.
Yeah, I would have lost her. Yeah, if I would have waited another day, we wouldn't be talking about it.
Well,
you know?
with that.
Yeah.
Say God bless and thank God.
Man.
With that, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with pro wrestling legend, and I'm allowed to call him this, the Tonga Kid.
Do you treat your dog as part of the family? Well, so do we. So why not celebrate your pup's birthday with the ultimate party box? Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Party Pup Info, and let us make your pup's party or any celebration perfection.
That's right, folks. Canine Corral for all your dog daycare and overnight care. Call 631-549-1544. That's 631-549-1544. The Monty and the Pharaoh Show is brought to you by...
Because wine is your second favorite four-letter word. California wine, New York attitude. Good fucking wine.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestler and broadcast, Monty the Pharaoh, only seen here out of Indie Music TV. We are with an incredible person, not to mention one of the greatest pro wrestlers in the history of pro wrestling, the Tonga Kid, in studio.
All right, man. Let's do it, Sam. Let's go on to where we got to see you when we were in junior high. And
Oh yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Oh man, this is the fun.
Because we're right about your age,
Thank
so
you.
we can't do that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So there we are. We're talking the WWF back in the early 80s. Bob Backlund is champ. We're not at Hulk Hogan era yet for you folks at home. I'm drawing you a picture. Post Bruno Sammartino, pre-Hulk Hogan, Backlund, and the guy named Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yes.
Of course, we all know that you show up in the WWF defending the honor of your cousin, the great Superfly Jimmy Snuka. And boy, oh boy, talk about right place, right time,
Man.
right superstars. Jimmy Snuka is at his... He's so red hot, forget it. You got blisters all over your fingers if you touch him. Same thing with Roddy Piper. And here comes the Tonga Kid. Tell us about that awesome debut and your match with Roddy Piper at MSG. Please.
Man, it's like as hot as that hot sauce you got right there, man. That's how hot. That's how hot we were. That's how hot we were, man. We were hot as that hot sauce right there,
By
man.
the way, our new sponsor, Under the Table Hot Sauce. You got to try it, man.
Please.
Man, we were on fire. We were on fire. I mean, it's like anything touches it's gonna burn. That's how hot it was back then. I didn't realize that how hot this angle was and how. I mean, we're just on fire. Everywhere we went, sold out. I mean, again, the right place at the right time. You called it. Same thing what I said earlier about my wife. Just at the right place at the right time.
How did it come about that they broke it to you? You were going to be a part of this huge program. Were you just like blown away by it? How was it broken to you?
Well, they broke it to me in Allentown, Pennsylvania, the little hall where they shoot TV every Wednesday. Sure. Yeah, they broke it down. Jimmy got run into some issues. Or like all other wrestlers run into issues, you know, you got to send him to some kind of rehab or whatever he was dealing. Again, I was young. I don't know a lot of them. That's just what I hear. Again, I was there at the same time they were talking about that, and they needed someone to try to not replace him. I could look with all full respect. I love Jimmy. He's a great person, a good mentor, a good father, good uncle, you name it all. I've been around at a young age, and I'm not trying to take Jimmy's spot. I wasn't trying to act like Jimmy. I wasn't trying to fulfill Jimmy's shoes. I could never fulfill them legend shoes. Hell, we don't even fucking wear shoes, so
that's pretty funny.
I mean, goddamn, that motherfucker wine boy, you know.
There you go.
I can
You
never.
were maintaining the momentum.
Yeah,
of Superfly,
we just had the. I just again had to be in the right place. When they broke that, it was for me. It was an honor. And then at the same time, I thought, man, I was actually like, can I do this? I mean, I sort of doubted myself for a minute there. You know, I mean, I don't. They threw me into the lions. Like, yeah, wow, I'm supposed to learn that like right now.
How did that
Shit,
feel?
You got 10 minutes before you're on the match, kid. Hurry the fuck up. Oh no, I don't have 10 minutes. I need to overlook this, or somebody got to show me something. Tell me anything. But it was so hot. I didn't realize how hot it was. Because keep in mind, when Snook and Piper, when I jumped in, I'm young. I don't know nothing about the angle. I have no idea who Piper is. I have no idea who Mrs. T is. I have no idea who the hell these people are. But again, I happen to look like Snooker. You're the Tonga kid. And Vince said, hey, okay, we're going to make you the cousin. Because back then, there was a lot of Polynesian. If you guys don't look at it, I'll name a few. You got Don Morocco from South Pacific, Hawaii. You got Siva Api from Western Samoa, South Pacific. You got the Wild Samoans from the American Samoa, South Pacific. You see? So all them areas were covered. We need to hurry up and come up with a name for me. But on my favorite that helped me, it's because of my age. My age. Right. I mean, I was like the youngest. They hired me.
You're a baby in that crowd.
They hired me.
They sure did.
Hey, 16-year-old here, we'll hire you. I'm only 16. I can't get a job. You got to be 18 or older to get in the bar. Fuck it. You're 16. You can drop kick. Okay, we're gonna. There you go.
Was Vince nervous about getting you out there on?
Well, by the way, I want you to understand.
Underage.
Breaking bread with this man a little while ago. And we were talking about that moment.
You ate my fish, though.
I did eat your fish,
and
you missed out. You ordered steak. That's his problem.
You're a nice guy. What'd you get for dessert? A coconut?
The fish is good.
I mean, come on,
coconut.
Slam. What the hell? You're terrible.
He's younger than we are. Who would have known?
Wait a minute.
That the guy that's made
he got hot.
16 years old. Whatever. So I want to tell people out there.
I'm not that old. I refuse to admit anything.
I want to share the story because I think it's pretty important, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
In life, there's certain moments that you remember.
Of course.
And as a wrestling fan, there's certain moments that you remember.
Wrestling moments you remember in your life.
Yes. This moment, that match, I remember like it was yesterday. Right. A few reasons. One, he's new to the Federation. He comes on. They do that angle. He's after Piper. He's defending his uncle. Yada yada yada. Yeah. You can't take him seriously. He's nobody. This is Roddy Piper. They're just gonna do this crap on TV. Yeah. All good. It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
But I remember the month before, Howard Finkel would always announce the main event.
Next month's matches.
One of the best announcers.
Yep. Oh, announces the main event. Tonga Kid against Roddy Piper.
Right.
I used to go to the Garden every month.
Right.
That month, I said, I ain't going to that.
Sold out.
I'm not ridiculous. sold out, so we get to watch it on MSG like we used to.
Red hot.
This match
That was ridiculously
was
red hot.
ridiculously
Oh, my God.
incredible. I had to ask him at the dinner table, and please explain.
Yeah, he got me
Is this
goosebumps.
rehearsed?
I got
Because
it right now.
I got goosebumps too.
got 'em right
That
now.
match is flawless, exciting.
Fire.
Talk about
everything.
So I
Starting
did
to
ask
soup.
you, so maybe you could explain, because I thought it was interesting when we were having dinner. When Piper's ramming your head against the turnbuckle, I'm thinking maybe you guys talked about it, but you go ahead, take it from there.
Okay, so here's what happened. So we didn't rehearse that. It basically everything was on the fly. You got to keep in mind, I'm completely a virgin with everything. Walking into this, all I had to do was listen. But everybody has their moment to shine. Everybody wants to shine. So back then, you got the Michael Jackson, the moonwalk, okay? Michael Jackson, one of the hottest hip-hop in the fucking world right now, right? I mean, back then, the 80s. Well, I sort of put a little 2 and 2 together. Piper didn't even know I was going to do that. He had no idea. All he knows, every Samoan you slam a headbutt together, or you bump their heads, or hit on a turnbuckle, you hit them with a chair, we don't sell it.
Right.
Our gimmick is you got a hard head. Right. Well, yeah, we really do have a hard head. In reality and life, we do have a hard head.
Okay.
I mean, you hit me with a chair, I'll probably go down and gag myself, but we do have hard heads because your wife or whoever can tell you that over and over and over and over again. That's what I mean by hard head. So now, here we go, the headbutt, okay, boom, everybody sells or they don't sell it. My thing was, okay, let me put a little bit of the flavor on it. I'm trying to stay with the 80s. I'm trying to stay, who's the hottest movie star? Who's the hottest hip-hop? Who's the hottest? Michael Jackson was hot. I said, okay, I can dance. I'm young. I'm from the hood. I
Now, what, you thinking about this during the match?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, this was before.
No, this is not during the match. This is the era that I was in.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
I'm growing up in that era. The
Right.
Michael Jackson, be there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. You know, like Rick James.
Right.
Back in the.
Well, what you're about to do wasn't planned, though, right?
Not
What you're
at
about to
all.
tell us. Okay,
Not
go
at
ahead.
all.
Go ahead.
So
Go for it.
Piper didn't even know it was coming. He had no idea that I could dance. So we get to the dressing room anyway. So now, boom, here comes this. A little bit of the moonwalk, a little bit of the strutting. I put a little bit of the mix. People didn't know, how does he moonwalk with no shoes? What is that move? Well, you got to know what that move is, because that's one of the hottest fucking moves in hip-hop is the fucking moonwalk. How can you not know what that is?
Yeah.
So I put that, and I mix it, and on top of that, I don't have shoes. That even made it better.
Yeah.
And Samoan's got hard head, so I'm not going to sell it. I can do this and look straight up. Everybody does that. So why not do it, add a little dance to it, and a little bit of a moonwalk. And it's all up to the heel how to sell it. Either he'll cut me off or let me do my thing.
Right.
And he let me do my thing.
Did he
Boy,
sell that
yeah.
shit, man?
Oh, he didn't even know what's coming. He came back to the dressing room. He said, "What the fuck was that?" He don't even watch. He don't even know the Michael Jackson. He probably know, but I mean, his kids probably know more than he is. You know, but. Again, Piper just followed the momentum of the 80s to the 82 or whatever is happening. I'm trying to stay in the race.
His face during that, like, he had never seen anything like that before in his life.
Yeah.
I mean, boy, Jimmy, I got to tell you.
He just looked like this. He was, I mean,
Exactly.
he was looking at me like he had no idea what I was doing.
The most beautiful aspect of that moment, though, shows the amazing professionalism and the recognition of the moment of Roddy Piper.
Yes.
He let your moment breathe.
Yes.
The crowd had
Well done.
time
Exactly.
to let it all out. His reaction was, what on earth?
Yeah.
Everything. He let
But
the
he
whole
could have
moment-
cut me off.
He could have.
He could have not let me shine.
But
he
that-
could have just. But
But he
didn't
recognized that's not doing either of you a favor.
at all.
He knew
it's
what
not
was
helping.
best. An amazing moment, man.
Yes.
Just an amazing,
He's so
amazing
professional.
moment.
So that's why they're called legends.
Right.
I'm a legend. I'm not putting myself over. I'm a legend.
Oh,
You
you
don't have to.
don't have to. You are a legend.
You know, I give a shit about Hall of Fame with all due respect, but my kids said to me, and that's all that matters, that you are our Hall of Fame. That's all that matters to me.
Absolutely,
Bro,
man.
you're our Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
are our Hall
If I
of
could
Fame.
really spell it out, that time
That's-
period, junior highs, which we were in when
Yes.
that moment happened, junior highs from here through the Great Plains to California, we're all talking about you, bro.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful. You can ask for more in
I
life.
didn't even fucking make. I made the high school, but they kicked my ass out in 9th grade, maybe 10th grade. Shit, that's how bad I was. I was beating people. I was bullying. What? Look, what all
Put
do
some
is
shoes on.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I was just bullying, people. Experience. I'm a little older, a little wiser. I tell kids now, even my own kids, don't ever bully nobody. No, that's not the right thing to do. I mean, sort of, just don't. It's not a good atmosphere. I mean, it's just not good all the way around. But I experienced it. Now that I look back, the guy took his lunch bag. I beat his ass up. He was a nerd. I mean, I can go on and on, but I wish I never would have did that. Period. But you learn as you grow, and that's just the bottom line. I mean, it's almost like you gotta crawl before you walk, and you gotta walk before you fucking run. It's simple.
That's it, bro.
I mean, that's how simple it is.
Missteps and you
I'm
correct
sorry,
them.
the kids I beat up back in high school. I see in the 9th grade. Oh, sorry, Tommy. I do remember Tommy. I pulled his hair out and yanked him back and threw him in the locker, and the locker was like maybe as big. Sorry, Tommy.
And you think,
I remember him.
You think we had him?
He's the only one I threw in the locker.
I can't say I had the Tonga kid knock me out.
Sam, speaking about Jimmy Snuka, you were on Dark Side of the Ring last year, and they did that special on the passing of Nancy Argentina. So there's so many. We've had many wrestlers on. There's so many different stories going on. Can you just tell us what you know, and do you believe that Jimmy killed that girl or didn't kill that girl?
No. Pass, no, and pass.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
With that, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with, in my opinion, your opinion, Hall of Famer, the Tonga Kid. Jimmy, I got to take a dump. What? No. I mean, I need a dumpster.
Well, for all those needs, you need to call Big V Dumpster Rental, Long Island, New York, 631-900-DUMP. Oh, what's up, Mike?
Hey, Jimmy, what's going on?
Nothing much.
You know, Jimmy, I love this country.
Oh.
I love to buy Made in America material. And I love to buy my artwork at TAG, T-A-A-G, Made in America, 14 East Broadway, Port Jefferson, New York, 11717. The shop at the corner.
And Nitro's Garage for all your automotive needs. Call 646-675-2349. That's 646-675-2349. For all your automotive needs, Nitro's Garage. Ask for Jack.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monty and Pharaoh, where we are honored to have future Hall of Famer, the Tonga Kid. By the way, you've got opinions about the Hall of Fame, my friend. What are your thoughts on that, sir?
Look, I mean, me personally, like I said, along with my kids told me that you are a Hall of Famer, and me, I take that to the heart. That's good enough for me. Me personally, the Hall of Fame, we all know that wrestling is entertainment. I can't say it's fake because I'm dealing with issues right now from wrestling, which is a lot of chronic pain I deal with all the time. So what do I do to relax my nerve? I got to smoke. I got to smoke some good weed, and this is just the way it is. It's reality, and everybody adapts different in life, and that's what I was required to do towards my doctor and therapy and everything else. So I go through this every day. So how do I adapt in life? I move forward and stop whining and complaining. But when it comes down to all the pain, I don't have the itch for that. And what I mean by that, I get it, people. They say, oh, you should be a Hall of Fame. You should be a Hall of Fame. And look, I get it. I totally get it. But being so young and learning a lot of shit in this business, which has made me a millionaire. I used to be a millionaire, or could have made me a millionaire. I mean, there's so many ways to go with this. You know what I mean? Could have, got it,
Coulda,
didn't
woulda,
have it.
shoulda,
There's shit on. Look, shit on, buried. You know what I mean? I mean, jobber, you name it. I've been all that shit.
Sure.
So the ones that really deserve to be the Hall of Fames are the one that really earned it and worked hard for it. I'm not knocking all the legends that are not here with us today. They're lost, and they're passed and moved on, and a lot of them some are still here with us today, and some fortunately are not. But those that are played golf and you watch Tiger Woods, they give them green jackets out. Those are you call Hall of Fames. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm not knocking the WWE. Let's get it clear. I'm not knocking any other wrestler. I just want people to know that our business is entertainment. It's what we do. In golf, that ain't fucking entertainment. These guys deserve to wear that green jacket. These are Hall of Fame. These are the ones that carry, that work hard every single day. We work hard too, but I get it where people say that the match, you guys represent, or we represent wrestling for a long time. I must have took 1,000 slams a year. I get it, I know. But I always, in the back of my head, I don't want to say fake, because I'm dealing with now, with high blood pressure, chronic pain, sciatic nerve. These two eyes right here these are cornea transplant right here. These two eyes are cornea transplant, and all this is caused from wrestling. My job. You won't get it in golf, and, you can't. But these are a cornea transplant. Nobody paid my bill. No, WWE didn't pay. Nobody. My wife paid all that shit through insurance. So I'm going through those issues because of my job. So when I had the cornea transplant, I was done supporting my family, and that hurt it. I went to the DMV, believe it or not, to get my driver's license. I couldn't even see the E, and the E had to be big as shit. You can't. That's the first letter you see. You got to take the eye exam. If you don't pass the eye exam, why are we putting you in the car? It don't make no fucking sense. Right. I couldn't see nothing. I was completely blind, but didn't recognize. So they closed this eye, Anyway, so now there's no driver's license, no ID. Now they put you in the surgery, and it's up to me. What do I got to fucking do? I'm blind anyway. Go ahead and cut me. I don't give a shit. Give me somebody else's eye, and this is what these are. So the left, never forget the name. At 3 in the morning, I got a call telling me we're ready. We got a transfer. They must have had a car accident, I don't know, an hour ago. The eye's fresh, and her name's Linda. These are cornea transplant. You put another eye. They can take your eye out and put another eye in. I got Linda here and Diane over here. And this is serious. This is real talk. This is not bullshit. This is real.
Amazing, because I cannot tell.
Yeah. So
you can't tell. You got Linda's eyes.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm serious.
God, Linda and Diane will stick with me forever. A true couple.
You could see clearly the rain was gone.
The cloud. There's no cloud there. So exactly. So I ended up with that. So no issues. But besides those who said the Hall of Fame, hey, thank you. I thank you guys for thinking about me. I thank you for watching my whole career in life. You guys probably know a whole lot more in my career than I do.
We might.
We might, which isn't good, right?
No, it makes us talks big time.
That motherfucking wine,
There you go. There you go. Sam, we've had Lee Cole in the studio. He's the brother of Tom Cole. Tom Cole, of course, was part of the Ring Boy scandal involving Mel Phillips and Terry Garvin. I know this is probably not an easy thing to ask you about, but Tom Cole had said about Pat Patterson, who I know you had your memories of Pat. He would say about Pat Patterson the following: he'd look at you, and when he was talking to you, he'd look right at your crotch, and he'd lick his lips and shit. He'd make sexual gestures by looking at you like that. Now, this is Tom Cole saying this. He put his hand on your ass and squeeze your ass and stuff like that. He'd check you out like you were a chick. I'm just curious, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but as far as Pat Patterson goes, most of the people who come in here love him. Is there any truth to any of the shenanigans we hear about Pat with someone like what Tom Cole would have to say regarding Pat's sexual conduct behind the scenes?
I think it is. I think it
Please.
is. I mean, everything has to be a hush-hush, shut. You know what I mean? Everything's closed by the door. I mean, there's a position for everyone to do in the WWF. Everybody has a position to do. Whether you bend down or stand up tall or fucking take a bump or
kneel.
Or take the pinfall. Take the blame.
Let's play horsey. What the heck is going on here?
I'll take the heat today. I wasn't there. Well, you were there last night.
Oh, my God. So Patterson never called you into the back of the shower, did he, I hope?
No.
Okay, good.
Pat,
I'm just checking.
Pat.
Hey, Linda, come in here and bring Susan with you. This is terrible. This is awful. Sorry, Pat.
Here's what I can remember about Pat, and I'm saying this from, it's not the motherfucking wine. Growing up in the business, Pat had a lot to do with me get into the WWF.
He's a genius. We love him.
Into the WWF
Understood.
With the father.
Understood.
Not the son, the
Gotcha.
father.
The big kahuna.
The big dog.
There you go.
The nicest big dog. They got me the good money. good life. Pat was the one that made it happen because Pat seen something in me. He was probably checking me out. He seen something in me. But I never went that far as all the rumors that float around the dressing room. But I do know every time I walked by him, he always slapped me in the ass. He didn't squeeze it. He didn't squeeze it. Okay. He didn't look up and down at my crotch or whatever.
Did he say to you, beat it?
No, he
What did you moonwalk over
said,
to my room?
"You're up next, kid."
This is awful.
That's what he did. He slapped me in the butt and said, "You're up next, kid."
There you go, kid.
Hey,
go out
I was
there.
16. What the fuck? I could have been a minute. I could have had a law. I could have sued. I got to be. Oh, that's it.
You're
done.
These boys are minors. What are you doing here?
You know,
such a kind interview has gone the wrong way.
Never slapped. But Pat was a good, for me anyways, I know other wrestlers, but I speak only for my behalf. He was good to me. Mm-hmm. He helped me get in the position I was in. He helped me get into WWF. Mm-hmm. He helped me and my brother Rikishi get into WWF when we were in Pensacola, Florida. We left WCW back in the 91, 92. And then we got a break as the head shrinkers.
Right.
WWF, you know, and Pat called us and meet in Mobile, Alabama. I mean, Pat had a lot to do. I don't know who else to fucking call in WWF at that time. I mean, who else am I supposed to call? I can't call. I don't know Vince that well. The son. I don't know the wife. I don't know none of them. All I know is Pat Patterson and Chief Jay Strongbow.
Right.
I was 16. I'm a little older now. I was WCW, Simone Savage, then boom, now I lost my job there. I'm fucking 91 or 90. My son Jacob's been born. Boom. Okay, what the fuck am I doing? I'm 92. I'm calling Pat Patterson, WWF. I'm calling him every single day. We get a break, and this is where me and my brother Rikishi comes in, Mobile, Alabama. Boom. We got hired right there on the fucking spot. A week on the road. What a short fucking dream that was. They fucking cut us off.
Right.
I want to get two fan questions in real quick.
Okay. We got fans?
Maria Davis asks, who's the stiffest wrestler you ever wrestled?
Ooh.
Stan Handsome.
Nice.
He can't see either.
He's blind as a motherfucker, but he'll
didn't have Linda
he'll
or
hit you.
Susan.
You'll feel it if he hits you. You'll wake up.
How did you guys? You guys can't even.
Phil Descare's asking, your debut, what was your shoot weight?
Oh.
Shoot weight?
Yeah,
how much did you
so what
really
was your
weigh?
real weight?
205.
Wow.
Not guessing. Yeah, because I remember playing football in high school or JV. I never even made it to the varsity.
How much did Joe McHugh say he weighed?
Here's a very
here's
a very interesting question, and I really do. This is a pretty impressive question. I didn't even think about it myself.
I'm getting nervous now.
But
what is this impressive question?
Bob McCarthy asked, in the 80s, kayfabe was really strong. What were your thoughts about you and Piper exposing the business, making the movie Body Slam?
Ooh.
Keep it real.
Well.
Simple. Exposing it's been exposed way before me and Piper got together in the business. The only reason why they made that movie is because now it ran into showbiz. After WrestleMania, Mr. T, I mean, who the fuck? I mean, not that I'm not saying it because I hate Mr. T but now you mix Hollywood with fucking wrestling. They just took that fucking shit away from us in WrestleMania. Right. I thought they were just there for halftime to sing. Captain Lou, the MTV, the video, whatever, all that fucking shit they did with Cyndi Lauper and Dave. I just thought it was just like a halftime show.
Right.
But I didn't know they were part of the whole fucking show. I mean, they were the main event. They got Mr. T coming back with Hogan, and that would have made a lot of fucking wrestlers upset. And Mr. T don't know shit about wrestling.
Interesting.
Fucking right, they're gonna be. I'll be fucking hot too. What do you got to make $200,000 in one fucking 30 minutes? Mm-hmm. Bullshit. I mean, we're taking 1,000 bumps a fucking year for you.
So T was the spot.
You see, so you can get a lot of people hot like that.
How much money did you make for Body Slam?
Man, I think I was up a month. It took a month to film that movie, and I think they gave me, if I'm not mistaken, I think they gave me $50,000.
Wow.
That ain't shit compared to what's happening now.
Oh, sure.
Well, but still, back then.
Back then, shit, all that motherfucker.
So between Body Slam at $50,000 and main eventing Madison Square Garden against Piper, how much did you make for that?
I'm up there. I know
20,
a lot
30?
more.
So you're talking within a year, bro. You're
look,
bringing home for two events. You're bringing home.
I probably walked away with 25, maybe 20 grand at a young age.
So
I mean,
talking about.
that's a night. I mean, the family is good. Like I said, I mean, I guess that's where. See, now we're gonna stir the can up because I'm coming now. The motherfucker. This is where it's gonna kick in. Now you got these guys that did 20 years in the business, and I only did a year, maybe one or two, and they're paying me all this money because I'm at the right place at the right time. But now you're mad because you did 20 years in wrestling and you never ever made that money before. Why the fuck are you getting mad at me for? I had nothing to do with this. Now you want to slice my throat. You want to tell them stew. They're going to stew. Tonga kid this, Tonga kid that. I wasn't even there in Chicago last night.
Who gave you grief? Guys like Putski? Because I'm thinking Putski right away. You know? That's who I'm thinking.
These are just old time. It's almost like, okay, I'm going to keep it simple and real. Okay. It's almost like the motherfuckers up in the White House. Step down, let the young generation step over. You've been here for 83 years. Move the fuck on. Let's take over. Give some other kids some college or give them a chance to run the goddamn country.
So you're basically saying, Ray Stevens, get your ass out of the ring. Tonga Kid is here, baby.
And you get out the crippler. Yeah, okay, there you go. You know,
you built like a baked potato. Move on.
Man, you know, we got generation on top of generation. These guys are 85, 83. They're still trying to hold on to that shit. Let that shit go, man.
Nick Bockwinkel.
Your time's up. Your time's up.
So we're almost out of time. I want you to talk about your son, and I want to talk about
there we go.
What's going on with your son? What's happening here? Are we going to get him in the WWF? Is he going to become head of the table? What's going on here, brother?
Man, I mean, there's so much fire. I mean, so much talk about my son, Jacob Fatu. I'm very proud of him, first of all, you know, for holding it down. You know, MLW, heavyweight champion of the world.
Yes, sir.
Again, we all know this shit's a work, but again, you got to have leverage somewhere in this business. I mean, you know. Yep. But again, you already seen the talent. I ain't got to talk about that. It's in the bloodline, Samoan Dynasty. And, you know, it's almost like when you get a chance or you get an opportunity, you got to jump WWF. So you had the chance or you had an opportunity and you didn't jump. Now you're trying to jump. You know, I'm not saying it's late. There's always negotiation. There's always, you know, let's fellowship or talk about it or whatever. But I think my son is doing well. He's holding it down good. He's a good champion, the longest in MLW, I think 743 days, I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Again, I get it clear, I'm not saying it because he's my son. I ain't trying to put him over, but in reality, this is the story. There's nothing new I can tell you that's already out there in the internet. So all he had to do is just maintain the exercise, stay in shape, and watch some of his old dad's videos back in the 80s where the fire comes in and the moonwalk and you know, all that good stuff, you know. But
how heavy has the flirtations been with Vince? Because it makes no sense to me why they would not pull the trigger with this. You've got Roman Reigns doing his thing, and here's your son. What on earth? I mean, how heavy has the flirtations been with the company? Is he close? Is it close? Because it should be. I'm talking Vince right now.
Yeah,
but
it should be. You would think Roman should be his right-hand man like Umaga was. Harakishi was, Yokozuna was, Peter Maivia was, The Rock was, the list motherfucking goes on and on and on. The Tonga Kid was, Haku was. You want me to keep going?
It's a long,
shit.
Wild Samoans,
you see what
brother.
I'm saying?
Long
How can you not flip a coin or tap and say, hey,
right,
bring them in? That's how easy it is.
Oh, it's going to happen.
How easy it is.
It's going to happen.
But you want to show power, okay? What's power going to get you?
All right, brother. So we got one final question, which we call the Pharaoh's final question. It's Sam. It's an unscripted question. It's coming straight out of the star of the show's head. He's going to hit you with it, and off we go. Jimmy, what do you got for him?
All right, Mr. Fatu, give me your favorite moment in your career. Of all the moments you've had, you just got to give me one that you said this is why I did this in the first place.
I did wrestling in the first place was for my mom, my dad, and my siblings. That's why I did wrestling. Went into wrestling. I did it for them. That wasn't my dream to become a professional wrestler, but it was an opportunity that I took, and I'm glad I did. I probably would have never made it to the NFL, but my whole thing was to play NFL football. You know.
When you walked back to the dressing room after your amazing moment with Roddy Piper, was it then that you might have picked up the phone and called home and said, "Hey, I think I've arrived"?
I made it. Yeah, they seen it on TV.
I
It was
got
only on
goosebumps.
Saturday. It was only on Saturday morning. You only see it once a week. Back then, it was only Saturday mornings. I think it was right. I think it was 9 in the morning. It was on a TNT or some shit. I don't remember, but I remember them watching me in the morning on Saturday. Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah, I made it.
You made it.
I sure did.
Congratulations, and you've been very blessed, my friend, just
Yeah.
from your life story.
14 kids, 14 grandkids, and 5 kids, and it's not about the money, but you know, I'm more richer now. I'm richer now than ever was.
14 grandkids and 2 chicks' eyes. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, 4 grandkids and 2 chicks. You're right. And I got three. I got three wives now. I got
That's
one
you
at
all
home
over.
and 2. I got one at home and 2 I travel with.
Well, I got to tell you, the
Yeah.
world's a better place because of you, sir,
Yeah.
and we thank you for being part of this show today. You did not
Great guess.
disappoint.
Great guess.
A lot more questions out there, but we're out of time. I want to thank you for taking your time out to join our show today. We are honored. We are privileged. And God bless you, man.
Thank you. God bless y'all too, and everyone that are watching and listening. God bless y'all.
If you didn't know, you are watching Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monty and Pharaoh, only seen here out of Indie Music TV. Please catch us on YouTube, Facebook Live page, the Monty and Pharaoh Facebook Live page. Hear us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Anchor. Catch us on New York Cable, channel 115 every Tuesday from 7 to 7:30, and on Saturdays 6:30 to 7 a.m. Channel 20, which is a few hours from now, from 1:30 to 2 a.m.
Pharaoh time.
Coming up next Thursday, we have the Job Man, Miss Chris Molter, will be in studio discussing his book and his life as a professional wrestling, he doesn't mind saying it, as a jobber.
Why should he mind saying it? He should be proud of it.
Well, he
was great at it.
he says he has a problem with people saying it's talent enhancement.
Right.
It's called a jobber.
We should parachute Barry Horowitz in and let them go at it.
There you go.
That would be fine.
And on June 19th at 10 a.m., we've got Magnum TA. And at 11 a.m., right after that, we've got Lee Cole in studio. Lee wants to have a discussion over a few episodes ago where
Right.
we had John Arizzi in, and
Right.
he was not happy with our comments about Mel Phillips.
Gotcha.
Did you know Mel Phillips there?
Hater. Hater.
Hater.
Hater. I don't have to know him. I can just listen. This is hater. I had it in my life too.
There you go. And on June 28th at 4 p.m., a special Monday show, we've got NWA legend Baby Doll in studio.
Very nice.
Pharaoh, any parting words, sir?
Just thank you once again for letting us come into your living rooms. We love giving you this show. And until next time, you've been watching Monty and the Pharaoh. Later.
Keep it real.